Hey guys, this is Becca. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about how our first couple of weeks of our homeschool year have been going. So I mentioned in my last video that we had lots of curriculum changes to our homeschool year. And I read over the curriculum and looked at the first several lessons to see, what was in store for us, trying to prepare a little bit and get things ready for the boys. I did all that. But then once you actually hit those first couple of days of school, you don't really know how the curriculum's going to go, because reading it and planning is one thing, and then actually kind of putting it all into practice is another. But the first few days, I was a little... I was just, oh my gosh, why did I change all of our curriculum? We had done our other curriculum for the last 5 years. It was really working for us. Why would I make these changes when I knew everything like the back of my hand? Once those first 2 or 3 days went by and we started to kind of settle into the groove of school again, I felt so much better. Here we are almost finished with our second full week using the new curriculum, and every day that passes we get more and more into the groove of things. Loving the curriculum more and more every single day. Mentioned in the last video that we switched our history and geography curriculum to Beautiful Feet, and I don't think I could be more in love with both of those. Geography, Paddle to the Sea, is just one of our favorite books, and one of my personal favorites too that we've read, and I am just so in love with it. If any of you follow me on Instagram, you've seen me post a lot about our geography stuff recently. The map that we're coloring in right now is looking absolutely gorgeous, and every lesson we add something new to the map, and I'm just loving it. Math is going great. We didn't finish all of our lessons this summer that we planned on doing, so we still have a handful of lessons to complete this year before the boys start their new Matthew C. books and lessons, so we just have a few of those to catch up on and then be starting our new stuff soon. And then science, I didn't realize how kind of intensive the anatomy and physiology was last year until we're doing something different this year. Another thing that's different is I'm not sitting there reading the textbook to the boys like I was last year. I would open up the textbooks, the boys would have their notebooks in front of them. I would read for what felt like ages, and then, the boys would fill in the notebooking pages, and it was just okay, but it felt like it would take us forever to get through it. So I was a little concerned about that this year, but knew that I wanted the boys to do the majority of their reading on their own. Since they were both interested in 2 different things, I knew that I couldn't sit there and read the textbook to both of them. Felt like both of them are old enough to completely do that on their own, and it has worked out so well. Again, only in our second week, but I'm really pleased with how everything's going. Don't foresee us making any changes in the future with our schedule and the way that we're doing things with science this year. So moving on to language arts, I mentioned that we are doing My Father's World this year. I am pleasantly surprised with it. Moving from using language well and spelling wisdom, I was a little nervous because I really loved that approach. I mentioned on Instagram yesterday that one thing I loved about language lessons for today is that it includes picture study on some of the lessons. Not all of them, but just kind of sprinkled, here and there. I just love that they use classic art to tie in to language lessons. So that's something that I'm really enjoying about this. They're simple but great lessons. I think that's it. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on how all of the new curriculum is going. I'll do another one around Christmas time, give it a few more months instead of just a couple of weeks, but wanted to let you all know how the first couple of weeks of our homeschool is going with all of the new curriculum changes. And I think that's it. Do you guys have any questions about the changes or things that we're doing differently this year? I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this video. And if you've been hanging around here for a little while and haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to consider subscribing to see more homeschooling content like this. Hope everyone's having a great day. Until next time.